Before the review, I want to give a huge shout out to Furtick for providing me with the song at the beginning of this video. Please head over to his channel at this link here and check out the full Castlevania 1-4, as he calls it, Classicvania medley.
After all the time waiting, how about you?
A Kickstarter game that was delayed forever actually gets it right. We're in control.
Hello everybody, it's me, Nate, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another game review. This time I'm reviewing Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. It was published by 505 Games and made by Artplay, and this is pretty much the true successor to Symphony of the Night, the good old great and classic Castlevania game. In fact, this game is, hopefully I won't butcher his name too bad, is Koji Igarashi. I'm so bad with names, but he is pretty much the main creator of Symphony of the Night and several of the other Castlevania games, and it actually shows. With the fact that Konami not wanting to get off their ass and make another Castlevania game, he decided, you know what, I think the fans really want this. So he started a Kickstarter campaign quite a long time ago, multiple years ago, and it was a huge success with making over like millions and millions of dollars. And this game has been delayed so many times that for the longest time people were worried it was going to be another tragic tale of a Kickstarter campaign similar to Mighty Number 9. But I can wholeheartedly say with all of my heart, no. This was worth the wait. It has multiple features that a normal Castlevania game wouldn't ever have. The overall size and complexity of this game is fantastic, and it is a true successor to Castlevania. In fact, it's a little bit too much like Castlevania, which that is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. But I mean, everything from the enemy designs are totally original, but the way they behave is just like very typical Castlevania monsters. You'll have your guys that throw the axes at you, the skeleton type blob monsters that throw bones at you, these big sword guys that'll bum rush you. So the enemies are, very, very strategically designed to where they are damn near the same enemies that you would fight in a normal Castlevania game. The overall structure of the game world as you play through it is the same as Symphony of the Night, with these massive, gigantic, multi-area rooms that you progress through, And in order to progress through these massive sections of the castle, the underground, the cities, and everywhere else, you'll have to have special abilities that you will unlock by defeating enemies along the way, main bosses. And the main thing with this is Miriam, your main character, deals with crystals. So along the way, as you kill enemies, you might have a random chance of receiving a crystal from them that will allow you to do a summon spell with it. You can do everything from summon a new enemy, a guy by your side, familiars, super moves, abilities, including a double jump. You have your slide move. Pretty much this is a scene-by-scene recreation of Castlevania Symphony of the Night done in the best way possible. Overall, the graphics, there were some worries before that the graphics didn't look that good, and he went back and he actually listened to what the fans were complaining about and totally fixed it. This game is a 2.5D side-scrolling hack-and-slash Metroidvania game, and it is beautiful. I mean, there are some parts that might be a little but for the most part, the overall graphical fidelity and detail in this game is very well done. It is a beautiful, well-playing game. I have noticed there is a slight, button press, probably about a half a second delay between your button presses. But, honestly, when you play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, I kind of think it kind of has a very similar aspect to that. I mean, the only downfall I would have to say is the cutscenes with the characters. They did fix the lip syncing, so their lips do match to what they say pretty damn decently. But I don't like the overall art style of the characters in the cutscenes, where you see these still image characters that are slightly moving, and their lips move to match with what they're saying. And that's how the majority of the story is told through this game. You'll come across bookcases that you can read books to learn new moves, to give you nice little tidbits and tricks and hints, and some nice little callback Easter eggs to the classic Castlevania series. And as you go through, you will collect hundreds upon hundreds, if not thousands, of different items from every sort of whip, gun, axe, sword, Morning Star, multiple different weapons to play through, different characters you can play through as well. This game does also have a boss rush mode, a speedrun mode, pure Miriam mode, and with more ones to come, including a multiplayer aspect where it's 2 players online. Currently, I did not find this in this version yet. I'm sure that's going to be released in the future. And it does have some neat new features, including the ability to craft items and also meals. So you can craft items with materials that you find throughout your adventure in the game at a certain area with a guide that you can also use to upgrade your different crystal abilities, and you can also do that for food as well. So they have an item shop where you can sell items you no longer need. You can pretty much go and use that to upgrade your character by buying new weapons and armor and all kinds of neat stuff like that, or just max out on food as you go through this giant adventure trying to stop Gremory, I think his name is. And the plot, they try with it. It's a decent plot. It's a throwaway plot. It's just a plot to get your ass out into another castle, and that is not bad at all. Hands down, I am having a blast with this game. If you are a huge fan of Castlevania and Symphony of the Night especially, pick this game up. Get this game. This game is phenomenal. The overall challenge of it is top notch. I was worried at first with the Kickstarter campaign on this, but I would have to say this is a rousing success in terms of the overall quality of the game, the overall playability of the game, the design, the structure of the game world. This is true to form a return to the glorious days of Castlevania. It shows that they put their blood, sweat, and tears in this title. And while if you can get past some of the corniness aspects with some of the characters in terms of just the overall art style, Honestly, this game is fantastic. I can't say this enough. I've been playing the living hell out of this game, and like I said, once again, it's not even a full-priced game. It's only like $40, and for the sheer amount of content with the DLC that they will be having, I don't know if it's going to be free or not, but with the added additional content along the way, with the overall fantastic quality that this game has in terms of its epic boss battles, the enemies design, the level design, the graphics, the playability, the true to return to form of a Castlevania game. It's been so damn long since we finally got a game that we deserve, and this is it, hands down. Pick this game up. If you are a fan of Castlevania, there is no reason why you should not get this game. This game is fantastic. I mean, I just can't quit saying good things about it, but I do have to point out some bad things as well. I mean, I have to. I just have to. I can't just say this game is all gold without a little bit of dog turds in it. It does have a couple main issues I do have to point out. First of all, other than the fact of it does have a day one patch that isn't anything earth-shattering, the only problem I've had with it, other than some slight glitches with some of the background textures, which is minor, totally minor, is there does seem to be some clipping issues on some of the platform jumps. It's very few and far in between, but I have to point that out. And the other main problem I have, which, dear Lord, I hope they have a patch to alleviate this, if you die, you're looking at close to a 4 to 5 minute reload time on the PS4 version, unless you actually go and actually back out of the game and reload the game. Then it takes about 20-30 seconds, maybe a minute tops. Other than that, which I said is obviously something that they're going to have an update to fix, because I don't know if it's just my copy of the game or just the PS4 version, but like I said, a 5-minute load time after you die, unless you back out and reload the game, which tells me that's a slight glitch that they need to fix. Other than that, that is the only things I can nitpick about this great and glorious game. This game is so worth the wait. I'm so glad they came out with it. And even though it was delayed the hell and back, I'm happy to say, wholeheartedly, that Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night, is well worth the wait. It is a true Castlevania game at its heart. And in the end, if you're a huge fan of Castlevania, go out and get this damn game. There's no reason why you cannot pick this game up. And with only a $40 price tag, with stuff coming down the pipeline for DLC, this is totally the game we've been waiting for a very, very long time. This was Nate, aka Devil Dog. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching these videos. Please leave in the comments below if you played this game, if you plan on picking it up. What are your thoughts of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? Do you think it was worth the wait? Make sure to hit that bell icon to stay up to date whenever I release any new videos. Hit the like button, it helps my channel out a lot. And remember, I always end my videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember people, the devil is in the details. Peace out.